Imagine this. You raise the little red flag, drop the envelope inside, and somehow it's back in your hand. The flag promises the mail is gone, but the mailbox has other plans.
A bright yellow envelope, a man unraveling, and Cup of Meat turning mail delivery into a surreal nightmare.
Shot in Washington, D.C., 2014. A mailbox, a sinister raking neighbor, and an animated Lennon all become part of a bizarre comedy thriller about frustration and fate.
A film about raking leaves, absurdity, and one envelope that just won't quit. This is 12,000. Welcome, everyone, to Cup of Meat. 25 years, made 48 hours at a time.
Welcome back.
The film we're going to be talking about today is 12,000, one of our films from 2014 that we shot in Washington, D.C., with a theme of going simple.
That's right, yeah. One of our cyclic elements about Cup of Meat is we'll do something really complicated and do something really complicated, and then we'll say, hey, how about for this one we do simple? And sometimes it actually is simple, and other times it's yet another complicated film.
So we talk about our history of making films, 25 years, but we've actually been producing films even longer than that. Starting back in, I believe it was junior year of high school, where you had an assignment in Smart Boy English to make a little film.
Yeah. I'm not sure it was an assignment, but I certainly took full advantage of a class project, probably somewhere in the winter time, because I remember snow. But I decided that we were doing Shakespeare, and as part of a class project, I would take it upon myself, because I didn't know I couldn't do it, and make a short film as a semi-parody about King Lear. King Lear. It was a little funny. It was sort of a premise of this one Texan-like guy who has three daughters, of course, and he loves the Hulk Hogan, and he talks in a drawl, and John Choman played that, and let's see, it was Jessica Schofield, Missy Kritzler, my sister. I think Tony Cruzelis even played the murderer, or no, the assassin, the assassin. And I remember it all hinged about Cordelia giving him a cactus to show her eternal love or whatever, and he throws up all over it. It was a silly, silly film. But I remember it was the first time I asked you to help. Not the film
because I wasn't in Smart Boy English.
No,
I wasn't part of the production itself.
Yeah, it's not that you couldn't.
However, you came to me for help with the credits.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think I knew your brother was big into film video, and I said, hey, why don't we just do this? And you were, of course, game for whatever. And so we used like a yellow steno pad and literally wrote their names on it and turned that into a little segment for the credits. It was simple and it worked. So
it was keeping it simple, which is, again, the theme of this film that we're going to watch today.
All right, so it's 2014, and I had moved to D.C. a couple years earlier, and we had done one D.C. film, which was complicated, and you came down from New Jersey, and we're like, let's make it simple, right? When we're struggling, we always think, so go simple. And so this one was the assignment kind of drew us to that, right? And we had two actors, I think, lined up, plus your nephews who were there to help.
So the assigned genre for this film was thriller suspense, and I think that one of the challenges we had was in our cast. Very often, we're not sure who we're going to get for any given weekend. In this case, we really only had two actors and had to come up with a movie that would plausibly come across as a thriller suspense. I think that for me, the element that kind of wrote the movie was the
Hmm.
prop as being an envelope.
Yeah, that was good.
I think from there, the movie kind of wrote itself.
All right, let's see it.
I think one of the things I enjoy most about going and watching these films back, uh, especially given the span of time, is how much it captures our lives in these moments. So this is a film that we shot at your house and captures your neighborhood and your overgrown lawn and all of the things that were going on in our lives at
Oh,
the
it's so
time.
true. Like that lawn's a mess. It looks beautiful now, but I just figured it out, right? And that old mailbox. Yep, we'll talk about that more. Okay. Was that like our first dolly shot ever? I think it was.
I think it was, and I think it's our last one ever because it looked
No,
so
we've had
bad.
many dolly shots since then. You had those sliders, those dolly sliders. Those worked pretty well.
What what
It
were
was
we
on that.
doing there? Like sliding a
No, it was on that big
chair?
um, platform that I created for Citrus or whatever. Remember?
Right, right. We tried to
Yeah. Well,
build a
it is a
dolly,
dolly, but it's just, you know,
not a
no,
film dolly.
no. But I want to point out one thing very important is that in many of our films, you'll find tiny little Easter eggs with our homage to Mark Rupert. You'll hear his name, Mark. You'll see something about Mark, and in this one, we added Mark to the cake. His name Mark there. So it's just funny to see that because I'd forgotten that little detail.
I often wonder if Mark has any clue that we put those references to him in
I'd
these
like to believe
movies.
he would find it funny because I think he does find this stuff funny.
I remember when we were putting this film together, having a discussion around the concept of the flag on the mailbox and whether or not that the average audience member would know
Yep.
what that means.
I believe they would, and you, someone who lived a lot of their life in New York City, believe they wouldn't, which I think is, you're right, and so am I. So I think there's a lot of people who don't know what a flag is because they've never actually had a real mailbox.
Because ultimately, if you didn't understand what that meant, I don't know that you would put it together. Of why are we showing these other mailboxes with their flags up? What is
Yeah,
that
and you
trying to
wouldn't even
signify?
notice at the end that I'm not going to give that away.
The woman in this film is a woman by the name of Laura Fontaine, which I believe was a somebody that Todd
Yeah,
brought
she's an
to
actress,
us
a local
to
actress at the
participate.
time, and a very good actress. And he brought her to us, and she was up for whatever. So,
Which there is a long line of actors who've come and done one film with us and then never again. And I'd like to think that Laura was adequately challenged by this role of standing in her pajamas in your front lawn for hours on end
I think
raking leaves.
she told me she had found the motivation because she had created the right backstory for it. No, Laura was great. I don't remember why she didn't come back. Probably she moved away or something, but we would have had her back. She was great.
I don't know if you noticed, but when Todd came up and hit his head on that mailbox must have moved like
Oh,
2 or
yeah.
3 inches. Do you still have that
No,
mailbox?
no. About a couple years after that, I finally gave up on it when it fell over and I didn't want to prop it up anymore. I put a bright white shiny post in and a beautiful black mailbox that has 12,000 on the top, not on the side. And it's all fancy now. In fact, I was looking at the other mailboxes that I took pictures of for the other neighbor mailboxes. None of those are there anymore. They've all been replaced. Every single one of them. It's history, man. We're capturing history.
Despair is typical of those who do not understand the causes of evil, see no way out, and are incapable of struggle. The modern industrial proletariat does not belong to the category of such classes.
Ah, Lenin.
Animated Lenin.
Oh, boy.
One of the reoccurring characters that has appeared in multiple films.
Yep. And only speaks in accurate quotes from Pyotr Yulovich Lenin from his life. Thank God for Google. Yeah, no. I get to voice Lenin, which is always a fun aspect of my life.
And I hope you remember that he is the first award we ever received.
Is that
Best
true?
Japanese.
Best animation or something?
No. Vladimir Lenin appeared for the first time in a film called Mentor, which was the third film we ever made. The oldest film still in existence. It was part of the National Film Challenge. And we won an award for Best Animated Lenin.
I mean, we beat out all the other animated Lenins that year. God, so impressive.
We did.
So impressive.
We did.
I just don't understand.
They'll never let you win. You can trust me. It's better this way.
I just don't understand.
You can trust me.
Going way back.
Okay. I see an early one. Shot in New York City. What a cast. What a cast.
With a cast of many people who would become regulars. With a foray into animation. And with more repeatable lines per minute than should be allowed by law.
Oh, yeah, a lot of referencing in this movie. I look forward to seeing this one next week.
So we again get to the point where we have to end this episode. So
I think we did a great job last time. I mean, my outro was perfect.